From the Australian outback to a mystery location, where in the world are the two Tims?
As I look around, all I see is a flat horizon. Hardly a tree, barely a rise. In fact, where I'm standing right now is one of the flattest sections of land on Earth.
And smack bang in the middle of this vast environment is the town of Hay, a town that was truly built on the sheep's back. Hay has earned itself the reputation of being Australia's shearing capital. And while we will touch on the woollier side of life in Hay, we have a few interesting surprises up our sleeve in this episode. Hey!
Hey!
Hey! Hey! Hey!
Hey!
Hey!
Hey!
Yay!
Hay is a great little country town. It has the Murrumbidgee River going through and a population of just over 3,000. It's known as one of the friendliest country towns in Australia. The locals are the best. I have people call in at the visitor centre and they'll say the kids even say g'day as they're off to school, and they just can't believe that, a lot of city people.
Hay is located at the centre of what is regarded as one of the best wool regions in Australia. It was this practice right here which brought a lot of the first settlers to the region, pushing Hay through its highs and its lows, making the town what it is today.
And being Australia's wool capital, Hay also boasts the Australian Shearers Hall of Fame, Shear Outback, where visitors can get a true hands-on experience and learn about life as an Aussie shearer.
People can come through at any time and watch and see how young fellas learn how to shear a sheep or get into the industry. So the thing is with this setup is that we are a museum, but we are a museum that's actually putting shearers and wool handlers back into the industry. It's a technique that you just don't pick up in 5 seconds. It's something that you've got to come into, work into. A lot of blokes will work for about 4 years learning, basically, before you start picking up the tricks of the trade, and then basically away you go. Most sheep that I've shorn in 8 hours, 340 in merinos. Most sheep I've ever shorn in 2 hours, 107. So if you want to stay at that top level, you've got to look after yourself. You look at shearing, say, 200 sheep a day consistently. 200 sheep a day is actually equivalent to playing about 3 to 4 games AFL football continuously. And there goes $2.26.
And since it all looked so easy, we thought we'd have a go at earning $2.26 for ourselves. But it turns out we didn't quite have what it takes to become a true Aussie shearer.
This wool over here that's been chopped about will actually go into insulation into houses,
right?
Doona covers, pillars and things like that. So that's what that gets used for.
So they're my bits, that's what I've done.
They're your bits, yeah.
I made housing insulation.
You have. That fleece was worth $60. You've just gone and turned it into about a $5 fleece by cutting it in half. So,
you can hit me with the bill. And since we had ruined a perfectly good fleece, Billy decided to take back his losses from us the only way he knew how. But sheep aren't the only thing keeping farmers around Hay busy. Right here behind me we have one of the lucrative lettuce fields of the region, and it looks like it's picking season, so we're going to go lend a hand.
Do you want to cut it?
Yeah.
Use a knife like this.
Yeah.
Put the press on it, your hand. That's it.
Yeah, harvesting's a big job. You know, it's all done by hand. There is no machine yet that can actually differentiate and will pick it for us. So once we've got into the picking phase, we start picking. Then we've got to box it, palletise it, get it on trucks, and then it gets to the shop at the end of the day, which is normally 3 or 4 days later. So we supply Adelaide, we do Sydney, a bit into Adelaide, do a bit into Melbourne as well, and during the summertime we do quite a bit into Brisbane. So we do put stuff into all the major markets. The autumn, the weather's absolutely beautiful here. As you can see, there's very little wind and the sun's shining, and it's really nice, so therefore the crops grow very well at this time of the year as well. The further you go northwest of here, it just gets, you know, heading further and further and further towards desert, so sunshine always shines here.
But But the lifeline for all of this industry is this right here, the Murrumbidgee River, a major tributary of the Murray River. The Murrumbidgee flows right through the centre of town, and under the river, Red Gums is a great place to relax and take in the peaceful scenery.
But we're not the type to sit around for too long, so out on the water it's time to get our blood pumping. And it's a good thing we packed our surfboards.
Whoa, that's cold.
Today we're down one of the main tourist attractions of Hay. That's the Murrumbidgee River.
Freezing, let's hit it. Come on, DY, let's hit it, mate.
It is cold out there, it's freezing. If we don't get him going, he'll turn into an icy pole. We do a fair bit of skiing down here throughout summer, and we'll do it any time of the year if you're game. If you're fairly hot-blooded, we'll do it as well. Apart from skiing down here, we do a bit of kneeboarding, and we thoroughly enjoy it. It just gives us that little bit of an oasis in the desert.
But the highlight of our Murrumbidgee adventure came when our river guide DY's pet dog decided to show us how it was done. But once off the river, it was back onto the plains. And with this flat, arid environment, there really couldn't be a better place for a good old paddock bash. For this reason, Hay hosts the annual Mini Nationals Car Racing Championships. And there's no arguing that this is one hell of a ride.
That's a 6-lane motorcar out on a dirt surface, and that should be an absolutely fantastic event. On the piece of land that we use, it's got to be one of the best motorcar grounds in the country. It's absolutely billiard table smooth, and it is just perfect for exactly what we want.
And it was right there in one of those crazy paddock bashes that our fast and furious adventure in Hay ended in a cloud of dust.